You've seen the videos. A 200-pound canine walking through a minimalist foyer like it owns the place. The latest 2027 market forecasts show exclusive breeds like the Tibetan Mastiff commanding prices that rival high-end sports cars. Many buyers assume dropping six figures on a dog guarantees an elite, completely hassle-free companion. But in the ultra-luxury market, extreme exclusivity is the result of extreme biological or behavioral specialization. If you calculate the total cost of ownership in this tier, the initial purchase price is the cheapest part of the transaction. This graph compares purchase prices against 2027 care projections. Note the steeper line intersecting the top, representing exotic veterinary work and bespoke insurance. That widening gap represents mandatory lifestyle architecture, dedicated staff, infrastructure, and daily custom medical care. Buyers frequently rate the track based entirely on aesthetics, only to find their daily schedule is now dictated by severe lifestyle friction. To figure out which tier actually fits your life, we can evaluate the top 10 luxury breeds across 3 functional categories. In this market, you are acquiring a complex biological liability. Category 1 includes the estate guardians, animals defined by massive physical presence and territorial dominance. A dog this size makes standard residential living impossible. Look at the scale of these Tibetan Mastiffs relative to a fully grown adult man. Safely housing them requires specific inputs, a heavily secured, climate-controlled private estate. Then there is the financial input. Insuring a property with one of these dogs often mandates specialized liability policies that can exceed $10,000 a year. So that massive investment, the outcome is an unparalleled physical security system and a highly visible, undeniable status symbol. The trade-off is your social life. Their territorial aggression makes hosting casual dinner parties or having spontaneous guests drop by practically impossible. If a guest misinterprets the dog's boundaries, or the dog misinterprets the guest, the legal risks are severe. Essentially, estate guardians require you to trade an open home for absolute isolationist security. Category 2 moves away from security into the grooming black holes, breeds engineered for visual spectacle. Take the Laotian. Its entire identity depends on maintaining this highly stylized lion cut on its hindquarters and legs. Keeping that coat intact requires daily professional-grade grooming and coordination with specialized canine handlers. Owners also have to restrict the animal's environment. A simple walk in the park can result in matting or coat damage that ruins thousands of dollars of grooming work. The Samoyed presents a similar challenge. Maintaining the immense volume and flawless white presentation you see in the show ring is practically a full-time job. The outcome here is aesthetic perfection and a high visual return for high society owners. But that perfection removes your spontaneity. You cannot take impromptu trips or change your schedule without mobilizing a fleet of grooming staff. You end up scheduling your life around a dog's cosmetic needs, sacrificing personal freedom for status. Finally, Category 3 consists of the genetic exotics, micro teacups and ultra-brachycephalic designer breeds. These dogs are often incredibly fragile. Moving them safely from place to place frequently requires high-tech, padded, climate-controlled transport carriers. Their unnatural physical engineering demands continuous veterinary intervention, specialized soft diets, and hyper-vigilant temperature monitoring just to keep them stable. They offer extreme portability and a unique aesthetic that acts as an immediate conversation starter. However, those genetic bottlenecks guarantee chronic health emergencies and a short lifespan. The psychological toll is heavy. Within a few short years, the owner's focus shifts entirely to emergency medical management. Purchasing a genetic exotic places the wealthy owner in the role of a full-time medical caretaker. How do you determine if the social return is actually worth all of this inevitable friction? This quadrant chart maps the trade-offs found in the 2027 market reports. On the x-axis, we have daily lifestyle disruption. On the y-axis, we have your social or security return on investment. The estate guardians land in the top right. You get maximum security, but it demands maximum lifestyle disruption. The grooming black holes and genetic exotics also cluster on the far right side of the disruption axis, though their return is purely aesthetic and status-driven. This market operates on a reverse economy of scale. The more you pay up front for the dog, the more intense labor you must invest to maintain it. If you value your spontaneity or travel frequently without live-in staff, these tiers are a financial and emotional trap. These breeds only make sense if you possess the existing wealth, the acreage, and the household staff required to absorb that massive daily friction. Do not purchase an exclusive dog just for the flex of the price tag. Only acquire a biological asset whose mandatory inputs match the reality you are willing to live.